Hey, so it's eraserMice, and I've been using one of these to play different region games on my Sega Saturn. Now, normally, I was a Sega Saturn developer back in the day, so I have one of these, which is this is a first-party developer disc, which means basically with this I can play any Sega released game without the copy protection. I put it in, and in a second, whoops, check the disk format. I can run the application, and you'll see, just a second, magic completed. That means until I turn off the Saturn, until the Saturn's turned off, it basically is now uncopy protected, and that's because of that disc. I have a separate disc for third-party games. So this is for first-party games, and it's also for third-party games, so from other developers. The ActionReplay is something you can buy on Amazon. I think this cost me $30, and this allows you to save games, but also turns off the region lock on the Saturn. My Saturn, even though it looks like a Japanese Saturn, actually is a American region-locked Saturn, because, again, that's the developer, that's what I got. And this is part of a cart dev system, which I'll talk about in another video. Now, today, I got this. Just got this in the mail from Ke Kona at Murder of Crows Gaming from the Sega, one of the Sega Saturn and Dreamcast enthusiast groups on Facebook. And I'm super, super psyched. Yeah, we met through the Facebook groups and things, and he has been guiding me on the ways of retro gaming. I've been kind of out of the scene for quite a while, although, yeah, I'm a developer, a Sega Dreamcast and Saturn developer from way back when. Hadn't really been into it. I just kind of was doing some reorganization in my basement and decided, yeah, I'm going to get things back going again, and discovered there's a great community for things. And he sent me this package, and I'm super stoked. So, I opened this carefully because I know he mentioned that he somehow, I don't know if he makes them himself, or I don't know, or I don't know where these wonderful cartridges come from, but basically they're a modified ActionReplay. This is a serious package. This or my serious knife is not being so serious. Arrgh. And he said there's a surprise in here for me, so. And he sent this to Master Eric Amrus. Totally psyched. He's cool. Okay, looks like one ActionReplay. There's more stuff in here. Feels like a CD case, a game case, something or other. It is, ooh, Policenauts. Very cool. So this is the 5-disc stunner-enabled American Policenauts. This is cool. Wow, this is very cool. Now, I'm guessing that this is a enthusiast version, which basically means it's not quite the original. Hold on 1 second. Now, I've never owned the American version of Policenauts, but I got this, which is my Japanese version of Policenauts. So very cool. You can kind of compare another cool thing about Policenauts, the original from Japan, is it had this cool book as well, which has all kinds of really cool art and I believe some stickers. Is that? Yep. Ooh, some stuff like that. Lots of really cool art. Oh, yeah, I just broke the binding. Probably cost me $1 million. It's probably worth a ton of money, and I busted the binding. Anyway, yeah. Oh well, you get to kind of see it a little bit easier that way, I suppose. That's repairable. I suppose a little hot glue. Anyway, I have all this stuff for nostalgic purposes because, like I said, I was a developer. I'm not so much a collector. I love the games, and I've been just kind of going back for reasons of nostalgia and kind of checking things out. And so let's see. Let's kind of compare. So these are what the discs in here look like, and here's the original Japanese discs. Back in the day, I used to get 2 of every True Motion game that Sega. It was basically, if it says True Motion, and this isn't one. If it says True Motion on there, that means it uses the software I developed, and I was supposed to get 2 copies of each of those games, and I don't have 2 of them still. A lot of them stayed at the company after I left. I'm very psyched. I'm really psyched to see how this plays, because I've had that for the longest time, and I didn't play it because it was the Japanese version, and my Japanese is not really great. I took 2 semesters of Japanese to kind of help with developing and stuff. But anyway, okay. Thank you so much, Ke. This is phenomenal. I'm going to enjoy that a lot, especially because it is a stunner game, and huge fan of the light gun. All right. This is the even more exciting part, and I may have to return the other Action Replay. This is the fancy schmancy Action Replay, which, according to Kay, means I can put this one in my machine. Now I'm going to turn it off completely, and put that in the cartridge and pull it up just a little bit. Okay. The Saturn cartridge is a little bit weird. You have to push things down and then pull them up just a little bit so everything makes contact. So let's see. Hopefully it should boot up, and normally it says... Normally, it boots that game, and I probably didn't get it just right. Let me try that again. I'm assuming it has the same Action Replay kind of deal. And it should normally boot up into the whole Action Replay thing. Which it's not. Let's do this. I've got my Panzer Dragoon disc, because the other thing that this is supposed to do is supposed to bypass the copy protection. Maybe it's not a normal Action Replay anymore, and it is just patch the BIOS. Don't think so, based on the sound it's making. Yep. Normally when it makes that sound, it means disc unsuitable. It is not a legit disc, which I know that one isn't. So I'm gonna try that one more time. Yeah, the Saturn cartridge port's weird. I never used it back in the day other than for... Aha! Alright. Now, Pseudo Saturn Kai Lite game loader. Ooh, look at this. Boom! Panzer Dragoon. Nice. No disc swap, no developer disc necessary. So, this is awesome. I can continue where I was left. I'm on episode 4, kind of re-going back, playing the whole thing again. Like I said, huge Panzer Dragoon fan. I'm going to pause it right there as soon as it starts. And I'm going to smack myself in the face because I have an itch. I'm going to say thanks again to Ke Kona for sending me this new Action Replay that it... Huh. Not quite. Yeah. CWXJHL. I'll try JHL. That was weird. Panzer Dragoon. It seems to be loading okay. I wonder if it's my saved game data. No, it's still the same game data, because... Continue. Episode 4. Oh, alright. That time it worked. Alright. And I'm going to pause right there. So, thanks again, Ke. And hopefully you guys will subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a bunch of kind of retro look-backs. Maybe talk a little bit about my days as a Saturn developer. Talk about some new games. Not the ones I'm involved with specifically, but there's a lot of things kind of going on where I work. We have a great gaming science, arts, and simulation program at RPI where I work. And so getting back into game development just a little bit through that, and hopefully through some other reasons. So until next time, I hate when I do that. What is that? I've never been in like military. I don't know, I feel like I should sign off with something. Anyway, this is Eric, aka eraserMice. Please like and subscribe. Talk about the games you'd like to see discussed. If you have any questions about Sega Saturn development, what it was like to be a developer. I used to go to SOJ, Sega of Japan, and meet with their developer tech support group. Geez, just about once a month during the height of Saturn and Dreamcast development. Worked with the famous AM2 group, Yu Suzuki's group, on a lot of the Virtua Fighter games. Spent some long hours at their office. And been to all the Sega developer conferences and all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. And remember to like, subscribe, etc., etc. I almost did it again.